In this tribute, we remember legendary wrestlers who have left us in recent years, honoring the unforgettable moments and impact they made on the wrestling world. Their passion, skill, and larger-than-life personalities continue to inspire fans everywhere. We'll also share the recent emotional news about Braun Strowman, a story that has touched the hearts of many. Join us as we celebrate their remarkable journeys, relive their most iconic moments, and keep their legacies alive. Subscribe to ensure these powerful stories are never forgotten. Bushwhacker Butch, born Robert Butch Miller on October 21, 1944 in Wellington, New Zealand, became one of professional wrestling's most beloved characters. Best known as one half of the unforgettable tag team The Bushwhackers, alongside his lifelong partner Luke Williams, Butch carved out a career that spanned decades and left an imprint on fans across the world. Butch's journey began in the 1960s, wrestling in New Zealand and Australia before teaming up with Luke. Together, they first made waves as the Sheepherders, a gritty, violent, no-nonsense team known for brutal brawls and savage tactics. Their matches were tough, bloody, and unforgettable, earning them a fierce reputation in territories like the National Wrestling Alliance, NWA. In those days, Butch and Luke weren't there to entertain. They were there to fight, and fans respected their toughness. Everything changed when the duo joined the World Wrestling Federation, WWF, now WWE, in the late 1980s. Reinvented as the Bushwhackers, Butch and Luke went from fearsome brawlers to lovable, comedic fan favorites. Their trademark entrance, marching to the ring with swinging arms, licking fans' heads, and flashing wild grins, instantly won over audiences. Dressed in camouflage gear with bush hats and missing teeth, they became one of the most entertaining acts of the era. Though they never captured the WWF Tag Team Championship, the Bushwhackers didn't need gold to cement their legacy. They were featured regularly in big matches and storylines, but more importantly, they made fans, especially children, laugh, cheer, and feel part of the show. Their ability to connect with people through humor and joy made them icons of wrestling entertainment. Even after stepping away from full-time competition in the mid-1990s, Butch never drifted too far from wrestling. He often reunited with Luke for special appearances and remained a fixture at conventions where fans lined up just to share a smile and a memory. In 2015, the Bushwhackers were rightfully inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame, a celebration of their unique place in wrestling history. Butch passed away on April 2, 2023, at 78 years old. While his loss was felt deeply, his legacy remains timeless, remembered through the laughter, joy, and unforgettable energy he brought to wrestling fans everywhere. José Manuel Guillén, better known to the wrestling world as Mr. Niebla, was born on February 22, 1973, in Mexico. To fans of lucha libre, he wasn't just another masked wrestler. He was a larger-than-life personality whose mix of humor, charisma, and athletic ability made him unforgettable. When he first stepped into the ring in the early 1990s, it didn't take long for people to notice that Mr. Niebla was different. He wasn't only agile and daring with his high-flying maneuvers, but he also had a unique ability to make fans laugh and cheer at the same time. While many luchadors focused on the mystique and intensity of the sport, Mr. Niebla embraced entertainment in its purest form. His comedic flair, combined with his breathtaking moves, turned him into a crowd favorite and gave him a style all his own. Wearing his distinctive mask, he carried on the sacred tradition of lucha libre while still managing to break the mold. He could be theatrical and funny one moment, then explosive and serious in the ring the next. This balance is what made him a standout performer. Fans never quite knew what to expect from Mr. Niebla, and that unpredictability became part of his charm. Much of his success came with Consejo Mundial de Lucha Libre, CMLL, one of Mexico's most prestigious wrestling promotions. There, he became a household name, helping shape the company's identity during the 1990s and 2000s. His matches and performances became essential parts of CMLL's shows, and younger wrestlers often looked up to him as both a mentor and an example of how to connect with audiences. Sadly, Mr. Niebla's life was cut short when he passed away on December 23, 2019, at just 46 years old. His death was a heartbreaking moment for the lucha libre community, leaving behind a silence that could only be filled by memories of his energy and laughter. Today, Mr. Niebla is remembered not only as a brilliant wrestler, but also as a performer who made people feel joy. His legacy continues to inspire wrestlers who dare to mix creativity with tradition, proving that lucha libre is as much about heart as it is about skill. Blackjack Mulligan, born Robert John Heck on November 25, 1942, was a larger-than-life figure in the world of professional wrestling. Standing an imposing 6 feet 9 inches tall and weighing over 300 pounds, Mulligan was the kind of performer you couldn't miss. His sheer size and rugged presence made him an instant standout during the 1970s and 1980s, when wrestling was booming with big personalities and even bigger rivalries. Mulligan's journey in wrestling began in the 1960s. From the start, he carried himself with a tough, no-nonsense attitude that resonated with fans. He wasn't the type of wrestler who relied on flash. He relied on grit, intensity, and his ability to connect with audiences as a believable powerhouse. One of his trademarks in the ring was the sleeper hold, a move he used to wear down opponents and seal victories. Beyond singles competition, Mulligan found great success in tag team wrestling. He teamed up with several legends over the years, including Ernie Ladd, Greg Valentine, and even his own son, Barry Windham. Together, they created memorable moments that fans still talk about today. His achievements included multiple championships, such as the NWA United States Tag Team Championship and the WWF World Tag Team Championship. But Mulligan's influence didn't end when the bell rang. He was also deeply involved behind the scenes as a trainer and promoter. Many younger wrestlers looked up to him, and his guidance helped shape the careers of future stars. That sense of giving back to the business cemented his reputation not only as a fierce competitor, but also as a mentor who truly loved wrestling. In 2017, long after his in-ring career had ended, Mulligan's contributions were formally recognized with his induction into the WWE Hall of Fame, a fitting tribute to a man who helped define an era of the sport. Blackjack Mulligan passed away in 2016 at the age of 73. But his presence is still felt. Fans remember him as a towering figure, both literally and figuratively, whose legacy lives on through his family, his students, and the countless memories he created inside the squared circle. Hana Kimura was a bright and talented Japanese professional wrestler whose presence lit up every arena she stepped into. Born on September 3, 1997, in Yokohama, Kanagawa, Japan, Hana seemed destined for wrestling greatness from the start. Her mother, Kyoko Kimura, was a respected wrestler herself, so Hana grew up surrounded by the energy, passion, and toughness of the wrestling world. Inspired by her mother and determined to carve out her own path, Hana began training as a teenager. At just 15 years old, she was already preparing for the career that would define her life. In 2016, she made her debut under the promotion World Wonder Ring Stardom, one of Japan's leading women's wrestling organizations. Hana stood out almost immediately, not only for her athleticism and skill in the ring, but also for her natural charisma. She had a unique style that combined strength, agility, and storytelling, and she connected with fans in a way that felt both genuine and magnetic. Every match she wrestled wasn't just about winning. It was about creating an emotional moment that people would remember. Her star power quickly spread beyond Japan. Hana gained international recognition, performing in high-profile matches and becoming a rising face of women's wrestling worldwide. Her popularity grew even further when she appeared on the Netflix reality series Terrace House, Tokyo 2019 to 2020. The show allowed audiences to see another side of her, off the mat, simply being herself. This exposure helped her reach fans who may never have watched wrestling before, and she touched people with her authenticity and warmth. But behind the spotlight, Hana struggled with challenges that too often remain unseen. In May 2020, at just 22 years old, her life was tragically cut short when she died by suicide. Her passing shocked the wrestling community and brought global attention to the devastating effects of cyberbullying and the urgent need for more compassion and support in both entertainment and daily life. Though her time was heartbreakingly brief, Hana Kimura's legacy endures. She's remembered not just as a talented wrestler, but as a vibrant young woman whose life continues to inspire calls for kindness, empathy, and change. Jamin J. Pugh, better known to wrestling fans around the world as Jay Briscoe, was born on January 25, 1984, in Sandy Fork, Delaware. From an early age, Jay lived and breathed wrestling. Alongside his younger brother, Mark Briscoe, he would go on to form one of the most celebrated tag teams in modern professional wrestling, the Briscoe Brothers. Jay and Mark began chasing their wrestling dreams as teenagers, working their way through independent promotions before making their official debut in Ring of Honor, ROH, in 2002. It didn't take long for fans to realize that the Briscoe brothers were something special. Their hard-hitting, high-energy matches, combined with their raw intensity and undeniable chemistry, made them standouts in every card they appeared on. Together, they went on to hold the ROH World Tag Team Championship more times than any other team in history, cementing their legacy as the heart and soul of ROH's tag division. But Jay's career wasn't defined only by his tag team success. He carved out a name for himself as a singles competitor too. In 2013, he captured the ROH World Championship, a moment that fans saw as a long overdue recognition of his talent and dedication. He would go on to become a two-time world champion, proving he was just as dominant on his own as he was with Mark by his side. Jay's in-ring style reflected who he was as a performer: tough, unrelenting, and passionate. He could brawl with the best of them, chain wrestle when the moment called for it, and even surprise crowds with high-flying maneuvers despite his rugged persona. His promos were fiery and authentic, carrying the same grit and honesty that defined his career. More than anything, Jay Briscoe was loyal to his brother, to ROH, and to the fans who supported him from day one. He wasn't just a wrestler. He was a cornerstone of independent wrestling, someone who helped elevate ROH into a respected global brand. For many fans, Jay embodied what it meant to be real in an industry built on spectacle. A fierce competitor who always gave everything he had inside the ring. Adam Joseph Scher, known to millions of fans as Braun Strowman, has long stood as one of WWE's most intimidating forces. Towering at 6 feet 8 inches and weighing nearly 385 pounds, he has carved out a reputation as a powerhouse unlike any other. His size, strength, and raw intensity make him appear indestructible inside the ring. Yet behind that larger-than-life persona lies a man who, like every athlete, has faced serious health battles and injuries. Strowman's journey is not only about dominance, but also about resilience, the ability to rise again despite the toughest setbacks. Battling illness and dramatic weight loss. One of the most concerning health issues Strowman faced came in 2019, when a severe flu hit him harder than anyone expected. What seemed like a seasonal illness quickly turned into something much more serious. He revealed to fans that the virus caused him to lose close to 15 pounds in only a few days. For someone of his size, such rapid weight loss was dangerous. The flu left him exhausted, dehydrated, and struggling with body aches that made training nearly impossible. Still, Strowman's determination carried him forward. He committed himself to hydration, medical treatment, and a strict diet to regain strength. Slowly, he rebuilt his conditioning and returned to his imposing form. That experience served as a reminder that even the strongest of athletes are vulnerable, but also that resilience can carry you through the most unexpected battles. The pain of a groin tear. Injuries are an unfortunate part of professional wrestling, and Strowman has not been spared. During one of his physically demanding matches, he suffered a torn groin, an injury that forced him off the road and away from the ring for a period of time. For an athlete whose style relies heavily on explosive movement, such an injury was devastating. A torn groin not only limits physical strength, but also undermines mobility, making it impossible to perform the signature power moves fans expect from him. Strowman's recovery required patience, therapy, and targeted rehabilitation. While the frustration of being sidelined weighed on him, he ultimately returned stronger, reminding fans why he has earned the nickname the Monster Among Men. Neck surgery, his toughest challenge. Yet perhaps the most serious challenge in Strowman's career came in 2023 when he began experiencing ongoing neck pain. What at first seemed like lingering discomfort eventually turned into a medical issue that required surgery. Neck injuries are particularly dangerous for wrestlers, not only because they threaten careers, but also because they affect long-term health and mobility. Strowman underwent surgery and entered an extended recovery period. He kept his fans updated with glimpses into his rehabilitation, showing his commitment to healing the right way. Rehabilitation for a neck injury is intense, involving not just physical therapy, but also careful strength building and close medical supervision. For Strowman, it was yet another test of his discipline and resilience. He embraced the recovery process with the same intensity he brings to the ring, determined not to let the injury define his career. The rumor mill. Retirement and health scares. As one of WWE's most recognizable stars, Strowman has often found himself the subject of rumors, particularly surrounding his health. After his neck surgery, whispers circulated online that his injury was career-ending, sparking fears that he would never return to WWE. Others claimed that his drastic weight loss during past illnesses hinted at more serious, undisclosed health issues. In reality, Strowman has been open and transparent about his struggles. He reassured fans that while the neck surgery was serious, it was not the end of his career. His updates on social media made clear that his weight changes were tied to training cycles, diet adjustments, or short-term setbacks like the flu, not a hidden illness. More recently, another rumor surfaced claiming Strowman was once again dealing with a life-threatening condition during his recovery. These stories spread quickly, worrying fans, but they were unfounded. The truth is that Strowman has been focused on his rehabilitation and rebuilding his strength. While rumors come with the territory of being in the spotlight, Strowman has consistently emphasized his determination to return to the ring when he is fully cleared. The mental battle behind the physical pain. While fans often see the physical toll of injuries, the mental battle is just as demanding. For Strowman, being forced to the sidelines has been a heavy burden. Wrestling is not only his career, but also his passion, and losing that outlet can be mentally exhausting. He has spoken about the frustration of watching from the sidelines while others perform, as well as the doubts and anxiety that creep in during long recovery periods. Yet Strowman has also shown remarkable mental strength. Rather than giving in to negativity, he has used these moments to focus on recovery, reconnect with fans, and reflect on his journey. His openness about the importance of mental health has resonated with many, reminding fellow wrestlers and fans alike that strength is not just about muscles. It is about mindset. Looking toward his WWE return. Despite the setbacks, Braun Strowman's story is far from over. As of now, he continues his rehabilitation, carefully following medical advice to ensure he returns to WWE at full strength. His training remains intense but measured as he balances the desire to get back in the ring with the wisdom of letting his body heal. Fans eagerly await his return, knowing that his presence brings a unique energy to WWE. Whether it's his thunderous power slams, his larger-than-life personality, or his ability to rally the crowd, Strowman embodies the spirit of professional wrestling. His journey has shown that even the mightiest can be knocked down, but true warriors always rise again. Conclusion. The spirit of a monster. Braun Strowman's career has been shaped by dominance, but also by resilience. From a severe flu that stripped him of his strength, to a torn groin, to the most daunting of all, neck surgery, he has faced obstacles that would end the careers of many. Along the way, rumors have swirled and doubts have been raised, but Strowman has never let them define him. Instead, he has shown fans that setbacks are simply another part of the fight. His willingness to push through pain, stay transparent, and focus on mental as well as physical health has made his journey not just a story of power, but of perseverance. When Braun Strowman finally makes his return to WWE, he will step back into the ring not just as the monster among men, but as a living testament to resilience. His legacy is not just about domination, it's about proving time and time again that even the strongest can fall, but with heart and determination, they will always rise again.